Hey, good morning, you guys. Yeah, I'm up early because y'all know I got to be downtown early. So I could be on here for an hour. I didn't even make me no coffee. Let's see who's up with me. It was on pretty late last night. Normally the Black Barbie being here. Hey, Shan, Miss Muffin. Let's see who else is up. I know it's early. It's 6:30 in the morning. But I've already taken my shower. Got my clothes out last night. Hey, Miss Teresa. Okay, you're gonna be in the bushes. Okay. I really got on here to just chat for a little bit, to do early morning inspiration. Okay. Yeah, to do early morning inspiration. Actually, even when I got off live last night, when I was, getting my clothes, a few of my clothes ready for this coming week, um, I had somebody to call me and we was discussing something. I gotta do a few little things today. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Um, I know it's a lot of people still sick. Sleep. Y'all, today is the day, of course, and I'm sure the cameras and stuff are getting ready, but I want us to also remember to pray, okay? To pray for the safety, of everyone at 201 Poplar that will be out there today. Everybody, that there is no violence. I'm pretty sure, just like with Tyree Nichols' case, just like the way that it was with the Young Dogs case, with Justin Johnson's trial, the courtroom is going to be crowded. A lot of people going to be out there. It seems like there's also an anticipation as it relates to this case. But like I said, just, remember and don't forget, uh, even with the anticipation that we have of what's going to happen, remember and don't forget to pray for the safety of everyone, okay? We must not forget that, okay? Um, I know that they said that True Results is going to be down there. Um, and not only True Results, but Tyranny said that she was going to be down there. And I'm sure it's going to be plenty of more. It's going to be a lot of media down there. You talk about a case like this. This is how some people um, make their, they travel from out of town, even other vloggers, to cover big trials and stuff like this, like they did with Diddy, as they did with Justin Johnson. I'm sure it'll be the same here because of the curiosity and the anticipation and all of that. So that within itself is going to be interesting. A lot of people, um, it's going to be interesting, to say the least. It is. It's going to be interesting. Okay. So hey, I definitely, when I woke up this morning, I definitely woke up thinking about Young Dolph's family too. I'm sure they're up. They may not even gone to sleep. Um, they have to go through all of this all over again, of course. Um, probably looking at that video of them going into that cookie shop, seeing that video of them taking Young Dolph out. And with that being said, it's not going to stop here. The people that had something to do with this, that really wanted him dead. Okay, we know that it was Jook, and unfortunately, that Jook lost his life. I want to see Jook get justice, but I'm also ready for all of the others that participated in this and wanted him dead. Okay, good morning, J Rail, that participated in this and wanted him unalive, and that would be Yo Gotti. Okay, Yo Gotti, and my guess, Head and Zach. Okay, but definitely Yo Gotti. Um, I don't know if Head and Zach and them came into this plan after it was already conceived, but we already see that that was a consistent history of it. So I have to think that it was mainly just Yo Gotti. Okay, and so Yo Gotti definitely, not gonna lie, this has been the best place with the most accurate info and most down to earth person, it seems. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. More kicks than Bruce Lee. Thank you so much. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, M Rose. M Rose, I hope that you all are able to, all of the mods and stuff are able to be in here. I'm going to make sure that I'm logged into YouTube. So when I get, in between the things I got to do this morning, because I got quite a few things that I got to do. I got some people I got to meet with. Um, I want to make sure that I can, if there's some things that I see, hey, because who knows who what's up, Mac name Ace? Um, who knows who we're going to see, or wow, who knows? So, but we're mostly praying for we're mostly praying for. You know what I hope when all of this is over, I would love to be able to interview Young Dolph's family, his mom and his dad. Um, I would love to be able to interview them, or um Daddy O, but of course, Daddy O is he's very private, but I would love to be able to interview them. But I'm praying for justice, and this situation with Quit would not be full justice, and we know that, right? And I ran that video last night of, and I'm glad that I did, of Straight Drop's attorney. Basically, they basically been saying and talking about Cornelius working with the Fed, so we already know, and we've been knowing that there's a federal case going on. So, like I said, I mean, it's down to the wire. I'm sure Quet probably didn't get no sleep last night. Okay. And Rose says, yes, I will be on here. Any disrespectful comments would not be acceptable. Absolutely. Thank you. Um, the channel is consistently going up, and I want to thank my subscribers, the people that have been coming in. I thank them for that, coming into the channel and subscribing, and just being really good subscribers and supporting the channel. This channel gets a lot of support, and I appreciate that also. So, but we're gonna see what happens today. We are. Hey, we know Cornelius will be in court today. And that's right here. God has blessed this channel. This channel is consistently gone up. But I mean, even when I started doing this channel, I had this channel. Thank you, Miss Erica. I had this channel for a while. And what I would do is I would just upload shows because I was mainly doing TV. And when I started vlogging, I had been saying, "Good morning, Gerald." I've been saying I was going to start vlogging like a year before that. And I remember my friend that was killed, Gerald the mechanic. I told him, I said, I think I'm gonna transition into YouTube too. And I remember him saying, "Well, Tamara, you need to go on and start doing that now." Y'all know Gerald the mechanic was unfortunately killed when his mechanic shop was being robbed, and he saw it on camera at home and ran up there and he was killed. It's still unsolved, unfortunately. It depends on which membership that you want. There's three different prices, Kawana. I'm off for 2 weeks. I'm definitely locked in. I'm telling you, it's a lot of people that wish that they could, be off so that they can vlog on the channel. I mean, could vlog on the case. Okay. Hey, I think the connection, that a lot of people have. And I think about how, like, even when I started vlogging, like how a lot of us came together. I'm talking about the people in the chat. You have people to come and go all the time. Some people come back, which is cool. Like that's how it goes, right? But I think for the most part, especially for like this year, the people that we've had, yeah, Court TV is counting down. The people that we've had in the chats and had in here has been absolutely wonderful. You know what I mean? Like with their support, with like even the intellect, people agreeing to disagree without buzzing out, flipping out, and all of that. Hey, to me, that's been wonderful. That's been wonderful. Being real grown adults and respecting each other. So, hey, um, I think that's been absolutely awesome. The trolls have been um limited. And I think that's got a lot to do with too also having like good moderators, keeping that distraction out of the chat so that real grown folks can really have some commentary and get our commentary on. But like I said, I'm praying for full justice for Young Dolph, and I know what full justice looks like, and that is Yo Gotti. Um, and you'll go and it'll happen. Okay, it definitely will happen at some point. Okay, it'll happen at some point because we already know that where the money, that would not be a federal case if they were not dedicated to getting where that money came from. You can't just say Orange Mound quit and then say, "Well, we know Orange Mound quit ain't paid for it." Well, we know Juke was getting his money from somewhere, right? He was just the one that was out there, that was delegated to be out there to find the people, to get somebody to get the people to do this, right? And so the obviously the federal government knows this too, or else would not be a federal case. Okay. If it was just Juke and Juke is no longer here, why is there a federal investigation going on? I just wish somebody would help me out and tell me that. So it ain't no hate. Hey, I wish it had never happened. But the fact of the matter is, people have to take responsibility, regardless of who likes it or who don't like it. They got to take responsibility. And I do believe that the government is dedicated to making sure that whoever paid for this hit takes responsibility. Um, I believe Young Dolph's family is going to at some point file a civil suit for wrongful death. Okay, I do believe that that is going to happen. So, um, she says, Emerald, Miss T, you found your village. Your village was right. Your village will always support you. And I appreciate that. Hey, Big Mo, I appreciate that. Like the support that I get, like the messages that I got yesterday was just so unmatched. And I was sitting in a braiding shop. And I know sometimes like we could, we allow things to take us off balance. Okay. But it's people like when when you really got some good people that truly support you. They start sending you scriptures. They start telling you stay calm. They start sending you encouraging words, like Miss Kimberly. That's what they started doing. Even some of the guys yesterday, like sending me praying hands. I was like, wow, like it's so encouraging to know, especially when you start getting people to say, look, we got you. We know. We understand it ain't right and we got you. You know what I'm talking about? We praying. It's just keep going, keep doing your thing. And so I definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean? Because most men, when they're real men, they don't really, say anything or get into nothing. And but I had one of my subs, shout out to him, to send me a message yesterday. It was so encouraging. Shout out to Holiday Tracks. Thank you, Miss Teresa. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. I had some more guys to reach out to me. I appreciate them too. The ladies. Um, and I appreciate that. I think with women, um, hey, especially when women are class, we understand. And um the words that they sent me, that was just awesome. And we are covering with the blood, absolutely, with the blood of Jesus, absolutely. That's what you have to do. You have to you have to understand, like, listen, when when you are I had to think about yesterday. God had given me a dream about something probably a week prior. And I was telling my mama about it, and I'm not going to talk about what it was in the dream, but I ended up seeing some faces in the dream. Nobody on here. And I was asking my mama about it, but God had clearly shown me in the dream what was going to happen. I said that to say this. You have to expect, um, what's the words that I'm looking for? Turbulence on your way to the top. I talk about my dad all the time. My dad was one of the smartest men that I knew. He was very smart, and one of the things that that makes me so proud, and the reason I talk about my dad is because, I look at some of, like, I felt like he was like the last of a dying breed. Okay, and my dad was just so awesome. He could not be bought and paid for. Okay. And I think so many people bend. And so even when I hear people talk about my dad, I was at an event probably about 2 months ago, and they was talking about a coalition that my dad had been over. Okay. And the speaker was like, up under the leadership of our former leader. He our fierce former leader. My dad he didn't bend. He didn't bend. He called people out. And I remember my dad saying one time, they was trying to uh give him a raise, and he fought it. I said, Dad, why did you fight getting a raise? He said, I fought it because it would have hurt the people. He said, so what I had to do was I had to fight that. And because they thought that if they could give my dad a big raise, give them a big raise, then that would make him be docile. Okay. They wanted to contract out all of the work. This is some of the things. Um, this is some of the things that this is some of the things that Hitter said you ain't gonna believe what happened, Hitter. Okay. Hold on, you all. Okay, hold on, I'm looking at some, y'all. Hey, Mr. Allen. And so I said that to say this. I was thinking about, what Stephen said last night as it relates to leadership. And that has to be anywhere because when you start thinking about leadership, it's so hard for people not to sell out. You have to have real strong minded people, okay, that get into positions of power and not sell out. Hey, listen, I know at the core of it, we talk about we want to save our children, we want to save our people. Okay, hold on. But we have to have like strong politicians, especially on a local level, because what happens is we're always looking at like the presidential, but it is the local politicians that affect us. You know what I mean? I think that we should be out in droves voting as it relates to what is going on up in our communities. Okay. Um, and my dad was definitely a stickler for that. That's one of the reasons why these types of medias are so, now that we have the opportunity to control the narratives. Okay. Okay. We have to make sure that we have people in office that don't sell out, that don't take bribes. Because it's nothing for people to sell out our people, especially in the Black community. I think that we're extremely vulnerable to that. People that are going to make laws more stringent. I think we talk about how we want laws to be stringent, but I mean, only for certain people, only for certain people, right? Only for certain people. Okay. So, but it has to be that they have to be stringent all the way across the board. Okay. Um, regardless to who it affects if people are breaking laws. Okay. I don't care how much we love Lil Junebug. If Lil Junebug is out there and he's a family member, he's out there committing crime and terrorizing the community, Lil Junebug gonna have to go and lay down. Right. And so that's why I always talk about, like, I mean, I love I got family members that are in the street. I love them. Good morning, Miss Tequila. I got family members that I love and all of that good stuff, right? But I got family members that I love, but those that are out there terrorizing the community, okay, they have to be um hold on, y'all. Y'all hit that like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, okay? But hey, I think about this situation with Young Dolph, and I think one of the reasons, especially Memphians like myself, take such an interest in it. It represents so much more. It definitely there are a lot of grimy things that go on in the streets of every city. Hey, TB 21 is definitely not just Memphis, right? But I think that it is important because it also sends a message that everybody that was involved in this is gotten, because there are so many young people that's sitting looking at this, that's the age of straight drop and younger. Okay. um there has to be a message sent that if you think you're going to pay for hits because you got emotional, okay, if you think that you're going to be out there paying for hits, then you get ready to lose whatever it is you think you built. You got a family that would prefer to be getting ready to end the summer with their son who was taken away from them 4 years ago, rather than getting ready to go into a courtroom, okay, to look at how gruesomely, yet again, that their son was taken out because somebody decided that they wanted to play God and call a hit on him. Okay. So that's why I think it's important. And not only that, how brazen a lot of these people that have participated in the hit and paid for this hit has been. Okay, we see the arrogance of it, as if I can't be touched, to the point where you've had people putting these people in high places as if they're God. They can't be touched. Are you serious? Anybody can be touched. And that's why you hear Black Youngster at this point. He's got some humility now. Okay, because just like Straight Drop was amped up. Hey, DM. Okay. He understands now. He says, I understand that I can be touched. Okay. Because he's had some type of epiphany and he understands at this point. And believe it or not, at some point, yeah, I know people can make you think anything on this app, but I believe that Yo Gotti understands that too. Okay. He understands that too. And I've always said, even if he don't go to jail, he gonna have to fight to for his freedom. Okay. People are really good about trying to make you think that they got everybody in their back pocket. I done bought off the police. I done bought off the this. I done bought off that. But I mean, I know different. Okay. Hey, Miss Tanya. I know different. So that's why it is so important. Okay. That's why it is so important to that Young Dolph receives justice in totality, because there has to be a message sent, and then it would be a deterrence for those young, I guess, aspiring people, okay, as somebody was saying last night, that want to skip the line. Okay, instead of working hard, you think that you can come up off of the back of somebody else. That's not how it works. Okay, that's not how it works. So hey, I think this is vital because it sends a message. And I think people like myself definitely understand that. It sends a message And what it do is it helps to save lives. Because if people feel like you got a lot of people that's just not structured, right? They're not structured. Unfortunately, they was not raised with any substance. So if they're offered some money to go take somebody out and you're gonna be the next big star, unfortunately, they might take it. But when we see we have trials like this that are made public and all of that good stuff, okay? And we see that you have to pay for uh your sins. You have to pay for what you've done. Then that's when we start to see, you guys. Um what's Hey, Stanley, are you going to be at court today? Then you start to see that there are consequences for things of this nature. Hey, Miss J. She says, good morning, beautiful family, in my meeting, but had to come drop a like and show support. Please, everybody, have a blessed day. Thank you, Miss J. Um, Stanley, are you going to be at court today with your brother? Okay. He said yes. Okay. He says go in with singing like Mississippi Mass Choir. Okay, Stanley said he's gonna be at court with his brother today. So, but yeah, you guys, I think that is important. I think even when all of this is over, even on the federal side, I think it is important. Hey, I am She Johnson. I think it is important that Memphis get back to. Um, I don't know. There has to be some structure. There's an election that's coming up, and I think that there must be some type of structure as it relates to that. Okay. Electing the right people. Okay. Electing the right people so that laws got to be changed. There has to be laws changed. It just ain't no way around it. There has to be. Um, there has to be a deterrence as it relates to committing these crimes, taking um, 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 money for his. But hey, I trust the process. I understand the process and how the legal system works. Okay, I understand how it works. Well, I think this is Governor Lee's. Is this his second term? So this may be his last go round. But yeah, he got to go. He's done enough. Okay, he has done enough. And believe it or not, you have to stop voting based on race and name recognition. We will, hey Monique, we will vote based on race just because we see a black face. Okay, we'll vote based on that. And the person ain't worth a damn. Okay, or we'll vote um, based on name recognition. I don't care what your race is. Okay. Court. Stanley, what time does court start today? Stanley, what time does court start today? It starts at 9. I know it started either like 9 or 9:30. With a trial happening, I'm sure the doors are gonna definitely close at 9. But court normally starts around from like 8:30 to 9:30, something like that. But they'll probably close the doors at 9:30. So just adopt Mississippi laws and punishment. Yeah. As bad as it has gotten, I'm not against it. Hey Demetria Campbell. It's 7 in me. It's 7 in Memphis, right? Yeah, it's 7 in Memphis. It's 10 a.m. where you at? Oh, okay, it starts at 10 a.m. where you all are at. 9 a.m. in Memphis, 10. Okay, so you're an hour ahead. I thought Atlanta was an hour up from us. She Johnson. I thought Atlanta was an hour up. Oh, okay, see, it's 7 here. We're on Central Time. Okay, Tanya says on the East Coast they are an hour ahead. What's up, Dot again? Boston, Mass. Okay. Shout out to Boston, Mass. I'm gonna be getting ready here in a minute. I got quite a few things I gotta do today. Gotta be at court. After I leave, I got quite a few things I gotta do. Kane Life says, good morning, Miss T. Good morning, Kane Life. Hey, listen. We're wanting justice to be served in totality. Okay, we want for everything to come out. That's what we want. He says, hey, y'all ready for ADA Hagerman to get more fifth off the street? No, it's not just jury selection. They had jury selection last week. This is actually the day for the trial. Teresa said, did you see where those 12 people got shot in New York Club 3? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Hey Tracy, it says, what do y'all think going to happen? I hope Dolph gets justice he deserves. Uh Me personally, I don't know how Govan is gonna be able to that conspiracy charge is gonna be hard to beat. But I don't know though. I guess we're gonna see. But hey, even after this, I'm just me myself. I want justice in totality. I understand that it does not stop with Govan. I want to see the people that actually called this hit on Young Dolph be, that to me would be the coup de grace. Um, the people that created this energy and actually put the money out on him. Okay, and I understand that it was not just Juke. Yeah, I understand that it was not just Juke. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Ashley says, I may have missed this in this case. Is the case still being streamed. Yes, Court TV, and I think Law and hold on, let me see. Court TV and Law and Crime, I think. Let me see if Law and Crime is. I don't think Law and Crime. I think it's just Court TV. So I think it's just Court TV. I thought Law and Crime would be streaming also. So I guess Court TV. Yep. Ashley says, okay, thank you. My flight lands before 10 and I want to tune in. Yeah. Like I said, we're definitely praying for safety, praying for justice in totality. We want for, you know, hopefully a lot of things come out that's going to definitely ensure some things. But hey, yeah. Nothing said just getting off work. Well, glad that you made it through. Are you going to be up for the trial? Because most people that work overnight, you get to looking at it. Next thing you know, you don't laid out and went to sleep. I tell you. Tracy says now everyone involved see that it was not worth it to take his life. Sad that envy and jealousy can get you killed. You have to be very. I was talking to somebody about that last night. You have to be. I think when we go on our day to day life, we don't take things seriously. But when you have people that have been obsessed with trying to do things to you, and it's been going on for a while, you have to. I know a lot of times we go, I ain't gonna worry about that, but it's not normal, okay? Because I can say, when I don't like somebody, I don't mess with them, but I don't consume myself with trying to do anything to them, right? Because I ain't studying them. But when people consume their lives with trying to conjure up lies and get dirt and get other people to bring other people in, it's time to do something about it, because that is not a normal person. Okay, you know what I mean? That's a mentally ill person, and you have to understand mental illness runs in a lot of people's family, and oftentimes it don't miss them. There are functioning mentally ill people, and they have that real obsessive behavior. Okay, they have that really obsessive behavior, and so when you start to see things of that nature, you have to make sure that you do things to protect yourself. Okay, you have to do what's necessary to protect yourself. Teresa says nowadays you can't trust nobody and always keep one. No, you cannot. You cannot. You used to could get into it with people and go on with your life, but the way that things are set up now, people are mentally ill. They are. They're mentally ill. Okay. Um, More and more people cannot accept rejection. Okay. It drives them insane. Now, what people feel like, I'm on my get back. What you on your get back for? Because what that person did to me. Well, what that person do to you? They ain't gonna. I mean, oftentimes it's nothing more than just rejection, right? So, I mean, people don't know how to you know, take their losses or whatever it is and just move on. It's so unfortunate now that there's a lot of mental illness, in the atmosphere. Um, hey, I think we want for people to be like us. Okay. We want more and more people to be like us. That's true, 808 Talk. You have to enjoy your success and wealth privately. These streets are not happy for you. Unfortunately, you can't hide the numbers, that are on your screen. When people are sending you cash apps and I mean, they don't see the cash apps. You want to thank the people, thank you for the cash app. You want to let them know that I appreciate it. Okay, but you're right. When people are donating to the channel and super chats, people see that. It's often just like $5, $10. It's just support of the channel. I support your channel. I support you. But people be in the bushes looking at that, mad. Just angry. They start to hate you. Okay. But you're right. You have to do it privately. But social media has made people think that you are theirs. Okay. It makes people think that they really know you as much as you can communicate with somebody. You don't really know privately a person. And so they're obsessive. I've never seen anything like it before with obsessive these obsessive behaviors. Is not normal. So that's why I always tell people it's not being overly um dramatic. Okay. When you have to file stuff on people, it's not normal for a person to be obsessive, especially if it's been going on for over a year. That's obsessive behavior. I was talking to somebody about it last night. I was like, is it being dramatic? There's nothing normal about it, especially when it's been going on for a long time, even less than a year. You know what I'm talking? Like at some point, people, and I guess people are supposed to just move along, but unfortunately, people are stuck. I guess when they get to seeing when they feel like you're accessible, they're constantly seeing you on social media. I guess it's not that easy for some people to just move on. For me, when I don't like channels, I don't click on them. Okay, but I don't think it's that easy for most people to do because of that obsessive behavior. I don't click on people's channels to get mad at them for what they talk about. That would make me a lunatic. I don't go around recruiting people to try and go at people, like because I feel slighted about something. I kind of live a normal life. He said, I have already had the 30-day warning. Great Face says the good thing about our justice system is you get a chance to fight what you're accused of. Good luck with that. Prayers to the Thornton family, Mia, and the kids. I have already had the 30-day warning. Can he go to court and take a deal, or is it too late? I think that you know people can decide to plead. They want to. I think now in the middle, even in the middle of trials. Um, yeah. And Rose said he rejected that deal, so it's the trial today. So we're gonna see though, you guys. The court starts like in an hour and a half. He said everybody should be streaming it today. I wish that I could stream it. I'll be down there in the midst of it. But I wish that I could stream it. What did Hitter have to say about what? Yeah, hit that like button for me. Thank you, Backyard Noise. Good morning. Thank you for your dedication and great channel. Thank you so much, Black Backyard Noise. I appreciate that so much. I always appreciate the support that is given to the channel. You know, hey, when you all support my channel, it makes me happy. You know what I mean? It even I don't care how much it is. It makes me it just makes me want to keep going. Like, okay, my people, they really enjoy um and appreciate. It's because it's not easy. Y'all have seen, like, even from day one, the turmoil as it relates to blogging on this case. But of course I've always pushed through, right? So I appreciate that. I've been following you since Dolph was taken from us. I only trust your commentary, not that. I don't trust others, but the facts come out over here. Thank you, Miss Tracy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. 40 more likes, please, y'all. We need 40 more likes. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. How long y'all think this trial is gonna go on? Y'all think it's gonna go on? Because Cornelius is supposed to be on the stand today. Y'all think Cornelius gonna drop the mic like he did in Straight Drops trial? Because when they had the trial, Straight Drops trial, Cornelius got on the stand, and I mean, he dropped the mic. He got on the stand and dropped the mic. It was basically over after that. I don't know if Drop is going to take the stand. I've been hearing on the internet that Straight Drop could possibly take the stand. Dorian says he thinks the trial is going to go on for 2 weeks. I am She Johnson says, I've been on this channel since December 2021. We have literally spent a lot of holidays together. Yeah, I remember one time that there was some stuff going on. And hey, I've had some people to ride for me. Okay. I remember it was a misunderstanding, but She Johnson jumped up there in my defense. Um, Alabama Hitter, it was a whole lot of people. Since then, we've had the opportunity to smooth out a lot of stuff. Because who would have ever thought, okay, um, that me and Steven would be as cool as we are. I actually love Steven. He'd call and check on me. He wanted Miss T. Don't feed into it. Don't feed into it, T. I'm ready to go to church. Don't feed into it. I just want to let you know. Just stay calm. Don't I love you? Don't feed. I'm gonna pray when we're at church today. I said, okay, Steven. When I'm talking about some of those things that I be eating in the background, some of those bad things, he'll text me and say, I'm in the chat, right? Oh, she said, period, sis, and ride again for you. Shout out to She Johnson. Hey, they was riding for me that night. I appreciate that. Kawana says, facts, $800,000 he might add. Tracy says, I feel like they're about to tell everything now. Tracy, I don't know why, but I feel that way too. Hey, Vanessa. Um, I I'll be there at 8, but I'm gonna holler at you. Okay. How much is it? Not hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Vanessa calling me early. Vanessa calling me early. Oh, shout out to Vanessa. Yeah, we love Steven. Yeah, I'm praying for it. I think God is going to use Stephen to. Stephen is really big on health, and I think we're like in a health crisis. It's so easy to grab bad foods, and hey, he say he's a gym rat, but God has him like that for a reason. I think that Stephen should start doing like 15-minute. See, people wanted Stephen. I'm one of those. Oh, Great Face was riding for me too. Shout out to Great Face. I think Steven, because listen, I would listen some now in my chat one day, somebody was messing with me and I got so tickled. I was telling her, I was like, Great Face said, Miss T, just say the word, Miss T. Just go ahead and say the word. Make that call. We got him. I said, Great Face told me to just go ahead and push that button. They got it. Yeah, Stephen, I think people want to know what types of exercises that are effective that they can do, like right before they go to work, like right in front of their TV, like 15-minute or 10-minute exercises that helps with their energy and all of that. And I think that's what Stephen should start doing. A Great Face told me to push that button. I hollered. This was for a whole totally different situation, not when I was into it with Steven. But and me and Steven didn't even get into it. I really believe what went on with me and Steven, that was more instigation. Okay. And instigation and no communication. Um, but Greyface said, push that button. I hollered. Teresa says, what I like about Steven is he don't hold his tongue. Now he don't hold his tongue, but you know what? Steven came right back on my platform and apologized to me. Hey, you have to respect a person like that. You know what I mean? He did it publicly. Okay. When we got into it, it was public. And then he came back and publicly apologized. Okay. And I really appreciated that because you have a lot of people that don't do that. Okay. They just continuously try and I don't know, y'all. It gets extremely weird. But hey, we thank God that we thank God for some things to be able to stop some stuff. He said, she said, I talked to Grove Hero other day. He's doing good as far as health. Well, shout out to Grove Hero. Shout out to Grove Hero. Grove Hero is to be protected because he is definitely one of the ones that is making a difference in Memphis. Says a lot about your character too. Yes, I really appreciated that. I really appreciated that when he did that. You know what I mean? I know I get on here and I be talking my shit, and it's mainly because I think about yeah, I'm gonna skip in the hot from the building that I work in, so I'll be on here for like 5 more minutes. I want to say this. Um, I that's because I want to see our community do better. I think it is so unfortunate that jealousy, what we do in our community as a result of jealousy, and jealousy is really driving people wild. Um, I think that's one of the main things that's holding us back. We see what happened with Young Dolph. At the core of everything that happened to Young Dolph, it was just jealousy. And I think, people want to put out there that folks are hating on Yo Gotti. No, folks hate what Yo Gotti did. You were so jealous that you took this man, had your brother to go and solicit to take this man from his life because he was out there doing just as well, if not better than you. Now that he is out of the way, you feel like now I want to pop my shit and people don't want me to pop my shit. That's a fucking narcissist and a sociopath. Who does that? That is twisted. And so I understand why Young Dolph's family has a determination to get this man. That's a sociopath. I don't think Govan is going to get on the stand. I don't think that his family, I mean, not his family, his lawyer, most lawyers advise against their clients getting on the stand because the prosecutors will rip them apart. Yes, I am She Johnson, jealous spirits in the atmosphere, and we come against those jealous spirits in the name of Jesus. I just ask God, though, to even people that have been out there, um, that got mad and did some things that they shouldn't do. I ask God to start healing hearts of those, people that's out there doing those things. Oftentimes when people get angry, what they do is they try and find folks um, that they think don't like you. Okay, and if they've gotten a little close to you, that's all people want. Oh, they're still debating on whether Quet is going to take the stand. Oh, well, he might take it. Carolina says Grove Hero was supposed to be in Gaffney, South Carolina on August 10th. And there's a guy from that area who has ties to CMG, and it's 50 minutes to an hour drive. A 50 minutes to an hour drive from Charlotte. Kawana says, well, Dolph said he have Down syndrome. Well, it's definitely something wrong. It's definitely something wrong, when you could just call a hit on a man and then think that people are not supposed to be upset. Just let me ride into the sunset and show my whips. He doing what Dolph was doing 6, 7 years ago, showing the same whips, you know. They was jealous of the man's success, okay? And that's so unfortunate. Jealousy is as cruel and as deadly as the grave. Okay. When people can't stop you, they can't stop your success, they can't get people to hate you. What they start doing is they start plotting on your life. And that's why it is to me, it is so vital that you start bringing the police into stuff and getting them to start looking into stuff when people have a determination and they have the same spirit. And there are a lot of people that I've seen that got the same spirit. Okay, we constantly come at you. Well, we can't stop it. So now what we got to do is we got to start looking at other things. Maybe I can get somebody else to do it, um, to take you out. Okay, to take that person out. So yes, indeed, you definitely have to put stuff on paper. Carolina says that CMG affiliate threatens my life. Oh wow. Hilda says he ain't been to sleep. Um, Miss Muffin says Dolph made them get their real ice and stop leasing them cars. I'm telling you, and they probably still leasing them. Hey, Shun. Don't nobody know about it though. They probably still leasing them. They ain't got Dolph to tell it no more. Okay, you guys. I got to go. Okay, I got to go. But I got to go. I got to go. I got to be at court, but I got some things to do. But listen, you guys, I will be checking in with you guys. I'm gonna make sure that I do that. Check in on the app because I normally don't even have apps and stuff on my phone like that. But I'm gonna put the app on my phone and check in with you all through the app. Okay. Listen, you guys have a good day. Be safe out there. I ask God. Those of you got to go to work. I ask God to go before you. Make the highways and the byways clear for you. May you arrive there safely. Okay. We speak we speak blessings into the atmosphere. Okay. May God bless you on your job today. May God keep you safe. I love you all. Okay. And I'll be checking in with you. Talk to you later.